When I was about 11 or 12, my parents, they were really nice people. They brought in this dude who was like down on his luck and shit. And my parents like helped him out, helped him and his family, get better, find a house and all that good shit that, most people would do. And his kids were always over. So, like, me and his kids, became really good friends. They were always over, like, every weekend. It was an awesome time. I'm a people person. I love hanging out with people. And when I was a kid, I always had friends, but definitely didn't have as many friends as I would like to. So when they were there, it was great. Anyway, one day, me and this guy's kids are playing basketball, and I step on one of their feet. Completely by accident. I don't even remember me stepping on it. There wasn't like a thing that happened, there wasn't like I stepped on it and the kid said anything. I found out because when I went inside to get some water, the kid told his dad. And then his dad made sure that I was in the room when he said this. He was like, "Hey, Chris, are you here?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he looks at his son and he goes, "Don't worry about your foot getting smashed by Chris, because he's going to balloon up to be," and I quote, "as big as a Macy's Day Parade balloon, and then he'll die." Again, I was like 11 or 12. And this is a grown-ass man speaking like that. And my parents heard it, and they didn't do shit. So today's video, I don't really know what today's video is about, but I was in a store today. Well, I was in a coffee shop. You might have saw in my Instagram video. I was in a coffee shop, and I did this thing that like fat people do. If they're not sure the chair is going to support them, they'll sit down a little bit, but they put most of the weight on their knees and on their legs and their thighs. So this way we don't fucking fall right through. Because if you're fat, you've probably broken a few chairs. I know I have. Anyway, point is, I don't really know where I'm going with this, but another little story I would like to share is one time at a poetry slam. It was a regional, I think it was, where me and the team that I was on at the time were featuring. I went to use the bathroom, and this is very reminiscent of a Kevin Smith story that happened a few years ago. I broke a toilet. Now, granted, the toilet was like already fucked, but fat dude in the bathroom using the toilet cracks, and I almost fell. Luckily I didn't, but what did happen was the whole fucking bathroom just gets flooded with water. Now, the reason why I'm bringing up those two stories specifically, I can't even talk right now, because this feels kind of weird to talk about, is when the first one happened, I felt embarrassed, I felt ashamed, and my parents kind of just acted like it was whatever. My parents were just like, yeah, like, they made me feel like I deserved it because I was fat. And they made me feel like, you know what, yeah, like, you should be talked to like this. Like, you should, this should be how you were treated. And it fucking hurt. It kind of set the tone for how I would let people treat me for a while. But when I broke that toilet, a friend of mine, and if you're watching this, you know who you are, a friend of mine was in there at the time. And he didn't know it was me who did it, so he was like being real fucking nice about the whole thing. And then when he found out it was me, he was still really fucking nice about it. He didn't make fun of me. He was saying like, "This is fucking hilarious. You're a fucking idiot. What are you doing? Like, you broke a toilet. This is fucking crazy." But he didn't like mock me. He didn't make me feel like shit about it. And that's what I was expecting. Like, I just expect this like kind of mock and hatred and like gross projection from people onto myself because of, I mean, shit, man, with this video we're going to get into some deep shit for a while, but for how I was treated and how I expected people to treat me. But my friend didn't. Like, a real friend didn't fucking do that. It meant the fucking world to me. And the more that I try new things, the more that I do stuff, I wonder, why didn't I try this before? Why didn't I go and do this? Why didn't I go do that? It's because I was fucking worried. I was fucking worried about what people would say, what people would do. If I'm, like going to shows sucks sometimes because I can't fit in the seats, and like I just expect people to like mock and ridicule me. And it's weird because I'm not a tough person, but like I definitely stand up for myself, like in almost every situation. Unless you call me fat, like unless fat is the insult, it's like my kryptonite. It's like, if you call me that, I don't know how to respond. It's just, I feel like I deserve it. I feel like I deserve this fucking hatred and like all this humiliation. Like, I just feel it's what I should have. And it's not. That's not how it should be at all. But it is. Anyway, the reason that I'm bringing all this up is, the more I try new things, the more I realize that that is a shitty fucking mental attitude to have. And the more positive I've been, the more I've been kind of going, oh, you know, I don't need to feel like this. This isn't how I should feel. And I know we don't like to use the word should, but letting people treat me like that sucks, you know? But it's not a forever type of ordeal. It's something that I've stopped now. It's something that I've stopped over the last year or so. And even more so because I'm trying to change myself. I feel even more confident to be like, hey, don't fucking talk to me like that, or don't do this. That's wrong. That's not how you do it. And I'm trying to spin this in something positive, so just bear with me. And I think that's a good thing, to be able to stand up for yourself under shit that you would normally just want to fucking cringe and just go, yeah, I deserve it, fine. And yeah, so if you're watching this and you feel like you deserve to be treated some way, fuck that. You don't deserve to be treated any fucking way unless you want to be treated a certain way. However you want to be treated is how you should be fucking treated. And that's the most positive I can get out of sharing these fucking intimate fucking truths. So yeah, aside from all that depressing shit I just talked about, still doing pretty good. Had a great day. Busy as fuck with work. And tomorrow I'll be featuring at QXT's in Newark, which is a goth club that I used to go do nefarious activities at. So if you're in the area, come by and watch me read poems from a breakup book that I wrote about someone that I'm no longer devastated over, which makes reading these poems way more fun. So yeah, come through, or, you know, follow me, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Please, if you know anything about social media help and how to get this fucking video or all these videos out to more people, throw me some help. I still don't get Snapchat. I feel like a 55-year-old man. Anyway, thank you, everyone. You're awesome. Fucking stay weird.